What is inflammation and does it really matter?
In part one of our discussion on long-term inflammation, we talk about how it shows up in our bodies and why we need to care about it.
As a health coach and a wellness coach, we ask the questions so you get the answers. Let's get started as we ask.
Wait, what?
Hi, Leah.
Hey, Kamna, how are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good. I am excited for that the weather is still beautiful.
Yes.
I know nobody else is.
I like it. It was very pleasant. Last night was a little cool. It's like the perfect weather right now.
Everybody I talked to is like, I want 60s. I'm like, what is wrong? Why? It's beautiful.
It's lovely. I have to give a little disclaimer. I inhaled some flour last night, which is apparently very dangerous. So I may occasionally cough because my body's still trying to get rid of it. But for like 2 hours, I couldn't breathe. So
So I forgot to ask you this. Was it gluten-free flour?
no, it was self-rising flour. I was making a cake that only has 4 ingredients, which is an amazing cake. But
Yeah.
I guess when I poured it, it like puffed up in a cloud of flour smoke. And then I have sensitivity to dust. So then my body was like trying to get it out, which is kind of connected to our topic today.
Yeah. Wait, so this is a silly question, but like, were you like sick then after it? Like,
No, so then I sometimes I'll sneeze. I have dust allergies, so sometimes I'll sneeze or, my nose will start to run. So I have to run to the bathroom, clean up, wash my hands, come back. And I have to do that like 5 times in the middle of cooking or making something. And I got this feeling of really like tightness on my chest. And I was like, okay, it's nothing. I didn't pay attention. And then I like went to the bathroom, tried to cough it all up or clean my nose out. And then it was still like feeling really tight. And my husband said, what's wrong with you? And I go, I just can't catch my breath. So then he started looking up what to do. He's like, you probably inhaled a bunch of flour and that can be really good. And then he's like, let's go to the emergency room. I said, no, I don't want to go to the emergency room because you can apparently get I don't know the word, something
aspirated?
aspiration pneumonia, which is really
Oh,
bad
yeah,
because
you
it gets
can.
into
Yeah,
your,
that's really bad. Yeah.
so I'm like, no, I'm okay. Then he was taking my oxygen and I was all right. But I'm just saying, if you're making a cake and you poured the flour in, be careful.
This is why I would say I don't cook because it's dangerous. Who knew?
It is dangerous. I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I
Anyway,
hope you're better. Like, I
I am
hope
better,
you.
but occasionally if I cough, then you know why.
Okay. We know why. All right. Call to
How is,
action.
you want to talk first? You want me to go first?
I don't remember. Wait, what was. You go first while I think of what mine was.
Okay, mine was to say intentional words while I was cooking and to
Okay.
see as an experiment what would happen when people ate the food.
Oh, yeah.
I
Put your intention in the food.
yes, so
All right. All about that. Anyway, go on.
I said the words love, respect, peace, and harmony.
You
And
did.
I kept saying that while I was cooking and this couple of particular meals. And I did it. And that day when people ate that meal, everybody was happy. We were talking and laughing. Now, I do not know if there's a direct correlation, but people were tired. So it could have easily gone really south really quick. Everybody was just having a good
Well, to
time.
think about this.
So then I tried it in a different way, not related to food. On Friday, I was having some anxiety. Uh, I think most people have some level at some point. And I was bowling and I paused right before I bowled and I said, I am awesome. I'm amazing. And then I would bowl and then I would get a strike. Your mindset is so powerful and what shows up next. And I think those words that I said while I was cooking, it was really impactful, really impactful. I would
Really?
say if
Because
any,
I am a 1,000,000% believer in saying it in situations.
mhm.
I just don't know about if it goes into your food.
Well, it can't hurt, right?
No, I
It's not
agree.
like it's doing
Yes,
anything.
I
I
agree
would
with you.
say if anybody has a big family event where they know there's always a little drama with when family gets together, like maybe Thanksgiving's coming up and you're preparing part of the thing or all of the Thanksgiving meal, say intentional words. What can go wrong?
No, you're right. Nothing can go wrong from this.
No,
Well, unless your intentional words are.
no, we don't want bad words. It was
Anyway,
good. I will probably do it again.
okay.
Yeah,
All right, I'll have to
definitely.
try it. I'll try it on Thanksgiving. That's a good time. What about if I'm just picking up food that from someone catered it? Can I put it in when I'm like putting it
I
in my
don't.
car,
Why not try?
right? Okay.
No harm.
All right. I'm looking for a pen because I was going to write down what mine was while you were talking because I couldn't think. One, I did the Libby app.
Oh, okay.
Downloaded the Libby app.
Did you get a book?
Yep, already finished a whole book.
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
and
book
I'm on
did
my
you
second.
read?
I knew you were going to ask me that and I don't remember.
It
Like the
doesn't matter.
girlfriend candidate or president,
Okay.
I don't know, some chick flick book. Chick lit, it's called.
So, did you listen to it in the car or when you were walking?
Every little bit of everything. Cleaning, in the car, walking. But I am going to be 100% honest. I had to call the library help desk
Okay.
because I have Libby on my iPad and I couldn't get it on my phone and the password and username. I guess I locked my. It was not easy and it took me about an hour.
Okay. I'm sorry
But
about that.
it's because by the time I finally was like, I just got to call them, it took me about an hour. But yeah, it's nice. I like it. I enjoy
Yeah?
it. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
you feel good when you feel like you're not quote reading, but you're listening to something and
Yeah.
it's
I
very
did. I
pleasant?
enjoy it. I mean, I put another one on and I'm on a waiting list for like two ones. There's some that I really wanted to read, but they weren't available. So
Okay.
I just am on the list now for them.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes me so
I
happy.
know. I was excited. I think my other call to action was to get back to tracking, or maybe I didn't say that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still struggling with that. So I'm gonna figure that out why I'm struggling.
Okay.
But
All
yeah.
right.
Anyway, my something I love this week, right? Is my turn for
Yes.
this?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. I love dates.
Okay. I
It,
love
like
dates too.
so much that I feel like they're my candy bar. Like
Mm.
they legitimately can be my candy bar. Sometimes I'll just put cashews in them and eat them that way. I'll
Mm-hmm.
put coconut in it and eat it that way.
Oh, yummy.
Dark chocolate chips in it. So I do buy the ones that are fresh at Costco
Mm-hmm.
and I cut them open and then take the seed out. Full disclaimer, don't open them by your kitchen sink because if you get the seed in your garbage disposal, it will burn up your motor.
Oh
Happened to
my.
I did not tell my husband it was a seed. He pulled it out and he's like, "What the heck is this?" We had to get a whole new disposal, by the way.
No.
It burned the motor completely up. And
Oh
he's like, "What
my.
is this?" I'm like, "I have no idea." And I truthfully at the moment didn't know. And then when he handed it to me to throw out, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is a date seed." So he won't listen to this, so we don't have to worry about it. But it was me. Um, and I didn't do it on purpose. I was probably
No,
cutting it
of
open
course.
in a
Yeah.
pellet and whatever. Anyway, so I take them out and then I put almond butter in them. I put peanut butter in them.
Mm.
I've made desserts with them. I've rolled them between parchment paper and made them flat and then drizzled everything. They're amazing.
Yes, they
And they're
are.
really good for you, correct?
Yes, yes. They have good fiber. They're
Yep.
nutritious. They hit that sweet bite
Yes.
without really causing such a huge sugar spike. They do. Obviously, they're sweet, so they do, but it's
Yeah.
so good. So good.
I would say that I read somewhere that you should have like 2 to 3 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, should that be morning or after or when? Anytime or
I would probably say more morning time because it is sweet, so it will spike your blood sugar a little bit. I would
okay.
not do it in the night, but it's such a, especially in the morning if you eat it, it's such a good source of energy and like, I don't know, I love it.
So if by the way, I've done a lot of different things with it, and if you are going to put it in your food processor, they do recommend putting it in hot water
Yes.
for like 10 to 15 seconds to make it a little bit softer and then put it in your food processor, which
Yes.
is great. I've done that now.
Yeah.
Um but I have bought the ones like that are like on the shelf, not fresh. And they're good.
They're fine.
They're I think they're better for baking or cooking with. But
Yeah,
if
but
you're
you
gonna
still have to soak those.
yeah, but if you're gonna yes, you do. But
Yeah.
I've been eating them like straight from the fridge. And that
Yes.
is in my opinion best to get the fresher ones.
I agree. They taste like
Right.
juicy and yummy and
I made my own protein bar and I've been taking pieces of that and putting it in the date. So good.
oh my God,
So
that
good.
must be like the best snack.
It's delicious. Don't be scared of dates. I was so scared of them and I love them now.
What were you scared about?
I just was like, just in general, like they're expensive. What do I do with them? How do I eat them? Like they look gross. They don't look good. I don't care who you are. If you saw a plate of dates, nobody's going, "Oh my God, that looks so delicious."
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. They do not look good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not an attractive
They're not
item.
an attractive food. They are delicious though.
Oh, yeah. You know, my best, I think I've said this before, the best snack I love, if you get a good coconut and a coconut piece, an almond, and a date together.
Oh.
That's the
Like
best
fresh
snack.
coconut.
Yeah, fresh coconut.
An almond, not a cashew. A cashew's not
You
good
could
for
do,
you.
we do cashew. Cashews are fine.
Okay, I just don't know what I can do an almond, but I'm not. They're not my favorite.
It's fine. You could do whatever nut you like. I think
Okay.
it's a perfect snack because you have the fiber from the date, you have protein in the almond, and you have good healthy fat from the coconut. That's why it's like the perfect bite,
Oh
you
my
know?
God, they're delicious. They're just,
Mm-hmm.
and if you go on,
And they're
there's
versatile.
people, yes, if you go on TikTok and you just type in like stuffed dates, the amount of recipes you get, there is one where you put ghee or butter in it. I did try that one. I didn't think it was good. It's supposed to taste like cookie dough.
No.
It was not good. And I did ghee and I did butter, and it still wasn't good.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
butter or I don't know. That then you're making a dessert. Then I don't know,
yeah,
it's a different thing.
they're wonderful. Anyway, that's my
Well, that's a good what you love. I love it. Oh my gosh. Such a
so
simple thing. I think that simple things are the best things, you
it's
know?
well, and yeah, you're right. They aren't cheap though,
Yeah. Nothing
but
is cheap these days.
you're right. I don't share the dates. Not that anybody would eat them, but anyway. All right. Let's talk about inflammation, right?
Let's talk about it.
And we're going to make
Everybody,
parts, right?
yes. And this first part, we're talking about what is it? How does it show up? What causes it? And this is such a huge topic. We probably won't even do it justice in our discussion. The second part is going to be what foods we can eat and what foods we shouldn't eat and other things that can help the inflammation.
Okay. Look, before we even get started, do you think your body is full of inflammation?
Oh, 100%.
Really? I would think
Yeah.
you're like the perfect example of a not inflammation.
No, I mean, sometimes people will look at me and they're like, your eyes are so puffy, and that's inflammation. Or,
Hmm?
I eat and I get a really bloated stomach. That's inflammation. How about you? Do you have
So I have
inflammation?
inflammation for sure. I mean, my joints hurt. That's inflammation. My eyes swollen. I don't know if you probably can't see it today because they put a pound of
No.
makeup on it. But like my eyes swollen. There was some other things. Oh, my skin. Come on, my scalp.
Yeah,
I'm constantly itching my skin, and I'm getting patches on here and my forehead and everywhere. Like it's just yeah.
of
So for sure.
course. Well, the thing is, when you start to read about it, you're like, oh, this makes sense. Inflammation, it comes in two parts, which you already know, but acute, which is in the moment, like if you get a cut or if you stub your toe or something happens, inflammation is necessary to heal you. But we
Hmm.
are talking today about the chronic inflammation, the one that's long term, that's persistent and perpetuating, and that really causes you pain, but also a lot of damage to your body.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about today.
So let me just give you an example, like just for anybody who's not really familiar with acute, real quick, touch on it briefly. An example, like 2 weeks ago, my son was like, Mom, my finger hurts so bad. And he showed me his finger, and it was red and warm
Oh
and
no.
inflamed. And it was just like the tip of it. And I was like, What did you do? Like, I was like, First of all, how did it get this bad? It looked terrible. And I'm like, It looked like it was going to get infected. So I was like studying it and looking at it. I didn't see anything wrong with it, nothing. So I'm like, let's just. I have this healer stick. I go, let's put the healer on it and put a band-aid on it and just overnight, and we'll check it in the morning and see what it looks like. In the morning, when I took the band-aid off, clearly there was a splinter in there because all I had to do was like push it because I saw it then, and this splinter like not shot out, but it popped right out.
Oh wow.
So that inflammation was his body going, oh my God, there's a foreign object in this.
Mm-hmm.
We got to send every single white cell, anything we possibly can to like attack it. And
Yes,
it worked. It was doing what it was supposed to do. I
absolutely.
didn't see the splinter. I just thought maybe he had cut it or whatever it might have been. I was convinced we were going to have to go to the hospital, like not hospital, like the doctor. It was that bad. And then the
Yeah.
morning popped right out, and then he healed it up fine. But that is the acute type, right?
Right. Right.
That's the type that your body is like, there's a foreign object in here. Let's get over there. Excuse me, let's fix it. Or if you have a
Right.
cold or something like that, right?
Yep. Any
All
of
right.
those things.
Just making sure that I'm understanding acute. All right.
It's not
So
cute, but it's
it's
acute.
not, but it's necessary. It's not a bad thing,
Yes.
though.
No. It's necessary. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's totally necessary.
Yeah, your body's doing what it's supposed to do.
Right. And the when something happens like that, your
Mhm.
body sends out signals to say, "Hey, let's rally the troops. Let's
Yeah,
get all the inflammatory cells, the cytokines, which are substances that stimulate more inflammatory cells, and they try to like come to action and they try to fight the invader and they're doing their job to
barely
get the
going to
germs
battle.
out. They're going to battle.
Hmm.
And it's normal inflammation should be mild and pain shouldn't be extreme.
Okay.
I mean, but we know pain is, we're like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever felt, you
Right.
know?
Right.
I thought about something, and this may be obvious to you, but it wasn't obvious to me. And
Okay.
I think I should say it now before we even talk about anything else.
Okay.
So we think inflammation is the problem. Inflammation is the response to a problem,
Okay. So you're saying that if I have arthritis, which is inflammation,
right?
that's because of something else causing it.
Right.
Okay. It's like the side effect of a problem or the
It's
cause
a
or
it's a
the.
response.
Okay.
So your body's like, there's a problem here. We got to work this out. And
Mm.
I don't know why I was under the impression that inflammation is the problem.
Oh,
You
me
know?
too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So like we got to figure out the inflammation and we'll be all cured. But that's actually the middle ground. We're missing something else very important. What
Okay.
is causing the issue to cause the inflammation is the thing we really need to figure out.
Okay.
For example, if you
Okay.
have IBS or inflammatory bowel syndrome or IBD disease, if you
Okay.
have either one of those, there's something that's irritating your gut that causes inflammation, which then triggers either diarrhea or constipation. There's a problem which we're not actually solving. When we
No,
go to
and
the,
doctors just say, "Oh, you have IBS,"
yes,
and leave it at that.
or they'll give you a treatment for the symptoms. They
Right.
won't give you a treatment for the problem.
Very true.
So that was sort of a revelation for me that we're not actually figuring out the problem, we're just tackling the inflammation,
Mm-hmm.
which is, which it'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not like it's going to go away because that's our body's response to, okay, there's a problem. It's like, okay, this is a dumb example, but you know, I love these. If you're in an office, okay, and you're like sending a memo to your manager and you're like, hey, there's a problem here. Please look at it. And they're like, no, no, it's fine. We'll just throw more paperwork on top of it.
Oh yeah.
And then you're like, no, there's actually a problem here. The printer's broken, okay? And they're like, no,
Yeah.
no, fill in this requisition form and this form and this form. They're just throwing more paperwork at it, but the
Mhm.
printer's not actually getting fixed.
Right. They're just band-aiding it,
Yes.
and they're not actually right. They're not fixing it.
So that was a little bit of a revelation to me, and I know it's really obvious, but it
No, it's
wasn't.
not because I realized this when you said it that way. I was like, "Oh yeah, I've thought the same thing."
Yeah,
But you have to figure out what's causing that inflammation.
yeah. So I think we should talk about how does it show up in your body, and then what causes are there,
Okay.
and why some people are affected more than others, and why, for example, you have arthritis and I have IBS. What's the difference? I think we
Okay.
should talk about those things.
All
Does that
right.
make sense?
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead. Start. Tell me exactly what it.
Inflammation, like we talked about, is your first line of defense against an invader.
Okay.
If, say, a burglar was trying to get into your house, you're like,
Mhm.
no, 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 the alarm's going to go off. And like, that's what inflammation is like, get out, get out, get out.
Okay. So for me, it's my dog.
Yes, it's your
Yeah. Okay.
dog.
He's barking, 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 barking. He's like, get out. Right.
He's like,
Okay.
everybody wake up. Come on, let's solve the problem.
Yes. Yes.
That's
Okay.
what it is.
But occasionally your body thinks there's something there and there's really not.
Right.
Like my dog, he barks sometimes and we're all like, what the hell are you barking for? There's nothing here. Stop.
Yes.
And he just barks and barks and barks. And I don't know if it's a leaf or a squirrel or whatever it is. Like that's the same thing that happens in our body.
Absolutely.
My dog is barking and you don't know why.
Right. And there may be something that you don't know. Like actually, it's like your seed and your disposal. Nobody knows what caused it to break, but you're like, hey, call the troops. Let's get that thing out and get it
Mm.
fixed. It's the same idea. And I think chronic inflammation is when something else is going on that you can't band-aid, and so it escalates to the next level of action.
Mhm. Okay.
This is how it can show up in your body, which
Okay.
I
Tell
think
me.
you probably have similar list. Abdominal belly pain. You're like,
Okay.
oh, my stomach's hurting and I don't even know why.
Okay. Yes.
Chest pain.
Oh, like heartburn or like,
Yeah, any kind of.
okay.
This is a
Oh,
general
wait.
list.
Bloating, constipation, diarrhea, or heartburn.
Yes.
So that's all like gastro stuff.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go on.
Fatigue or insomnia.
Oh, I didn't know insomnia was one.
I know. I didn't either.
Wow. Okay. I did not find that one. I did find the fatigue as well as brain fog. Did you see that too?
No, I did not see brain fog. But
Brain
that makes
fog.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Fever, if you have a fever,
Okay. That makes
joint
sense to me.
pain or stiffness, which we both know,
I have that.
mouth sores.
Get out. Really?
Yes.
I literally woke up with one this morning and I'm like, what did I eat that would cause this?
You have a lot of inflammation in your body.
So much right now.
Yeah.
So much. Go on.
Skin rash.
Yes, of
Hello.
course. My
Yeah.
eye, my fit, you guys always, I talk about my scalp for, you guys are probably bored of it by now. Go on.
Depression, anxiety, or other mood disorders. That one
Okay.
blew me away. GI issues, like you said, diarrhea and constipation and acid reflux. This
Okay.
one was also very surprising to me, which I don't know why these things are surprising, but weight gain or weight loss.
Weight loss. Well, I want that kind of inflammation.
Well, I don't know. If you have it, I don't think you do.
I did see though the weight gain and especially in your middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you didn't mention acne and random
Oh,
rashes. Those are
wow.
two inflammation things that are like something's going on in your body that's causing that.
Hmm.
Something going on. Which in the one article I said it's like that's one of the first things that shows that you have inflammation is a random rash. Like you're like, "Oh, wonder what happened here. I have this weird rash." There's an inflammation going on somewhere.
You know what's so interesting about this is sometimes you have these random symptoms and you're like, it's nothing. I don't know. It'll go away. I started maybe a couple of weeks ago, taking a B complex vitamin as per recommended to me. And I was not taking it in the appropriate time of day. And I developed this weird patch of little tiny red spots on my nose and upper cheeks. And it was really weird. And sometimes I don't pay attention because I have all random weird skin things
Right.
all the time. But after 4 days, I'm like, I don't think it's getting better. So I asked the person who had prescribed it to me, and I'm like, is this normal? And then I read if B complex can cause headache, skin rashes. I was like, oh, this is exactly what I'm feeling. And I had no idea. So my body was reacting to something that I was taking, and I didn't put the two pieces together.
And the first thing that showed up was that rash.
Yes.
So crazy. See, there's always something that's causing it.
Yes.
But you mentioned
Yes.
headaches and migraines are also a sign of inflammation.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't talk about that one. Let me see what else I got here that maybe you missed. Frequent infections.
Oh, yeah.
If you keep getting an infection or you keep getting sick, there's something there. Puffy face, puffy
Yeah.
eyes, allergies that seem to be getting worse,
Okay. Yeah.
and irregular menstruation.
Wow.
I know. Who knew?
That
Those were
one I would not have thought about, but that makes sense.
yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
So basically everybody I know is inflamed in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I just want to go through this list, which is going to seem like a long list, but I think you probably
Okay.
will also have is what kind of conditions are associated with chronic inflammation?
Okay. I have them all.
Lupus?
No,
Yes.
I'm
You have
just
some
kidding.
of them. I have some of them. You have some of
And
them.
I don't even know. Maybe some of them I have and I'm not diagnosed, but go on.
Lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and something called ankylosing
Spondylosis.
spondylitis.
I believe my mom has that.
AS, yeah.
Okay.
So all of those things are causes by chronic inflammation. Okay, there's heart ones, cardiovascular disease,
So
such
wait,
as
let me ask you a question, and you might not know the answer to this. So do most of those diseases happen because we let chronic inflammation go on too long?
no and yes.
Okay, I don't.
I think we'll get into that in a minute. I
Okay,
don't want to, I want to get through this and then I really want to talk about that because
okay,
I wanted to know the same question is why does it affect me differently than it affects you?
right. Okay, all right. Sorry, go on.
No, it's a really good question. That's I asked the
Okay,
same question. Cardiovascular diseases such as heart disease and high blood pressure,
okay,
which is good to know. If you have high blood pressure, that means you have inflammation somewhere. It's
okay,
not just your body, that's the way it is. Certain cancers. We
okay.
talked about GI diseases like Crohn's and IBD, inflammatory bowel disease. Lung diseases like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which is COPD.
That's an I didn't know that. Hmm.
Mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That one still blows me away. Metabolic diseases like type 2 diabetes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's.
I have recently heard that that's due to inflammation. I really have. Yeah.
Well, they call Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes.
They do.
Yeah. It's related to a lot of sugar consumption, which then causes inflammation in the brain.
And too much inflammation over time actually damages and the healthy tissues.
Yes.
And it's you can't reverse it, right?
That I don't know. Probably have to talk to a doctor, but I think you can do things to mitigate the symptoms.
Okay, yeah. But that's really what's going on. So if you
Hmm.
so let me just say what in my head I'm thinking like as I was researching this more, like my joints hurt, right? And they
Hmm.
hurt. Chronic hurt. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's just what it is. It's arthritis. But if I don't go to a doctor and work on it now, it's ruining my healthy tissues and it's going to destroy them. So
Yes.
that's why if you're listening right now and you have aches and pains, it's extremely important to go talk to a doctor or do work on yourself now because it's not going to get better.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I don't want anybody like me. I'm literally thinking like, oh, this my toe, whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. No, it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse until the damage is irreversible.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
It made me think of, did you ever watch The Big Bang Theory? The TV
No.
show. Okay, there's a character in there and she doesn't have a lot of money, so she puts off a lot of things like getting her car fixed. And her car check engine light comes on all the time and someone's like, "Oh, you need to get your car checked cuz your check engine light is on." She's like, yeah, it's the car's running fine." And then eventually after a couple of seasons her car clunks out and she can't go anywhere. It's the same idea. Is your check engine light is coming on and you're not paying attention. And then your car will give up.
Yep. My check engine light probably came on years ago. I mean, think about it. Most of us, it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And we
Because
don't
you,
pay attention, especially as women. We just like, it's fine. I'll get to it later.
and I believe that the number one reason we do that is because every time we go, they're like, yeah, you're supposed to be like that. You're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone you
Yes.
talk to is like, yep, welcome to your 50s, welcome to your 60s. Just wait, it gets worse. And you just feel like that's the normal.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That
Like, that's
shouldn't be the
why I don't want to
normal.
go to the doctor. And if I tell my husband, he's like, of course your toe hurts. My toe hurts too. My hand hurts. My arm hurts.
Oh gosh.
Everything hurts. Like, do you know what I mean? You get blown off.
There's a term called inflammaging.
Oh, that's what I have.
Yes, it's
I don't know what it
associated
means, but I have it.
with an increased risk of age-related diseases. As people age, their bodies become less effective at controlling inflammation, increasing the risk of chronic inflammatory conditions. That's exactly what you're saying. Is if you have a risk and you don't pay attention, then you're going to get these chronic problems.
Hmm.
So you're right. You need to take care of it now rather than putting it off for another day.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's craziness. Craziness. Anyway, all right. So where were you? What were you going to tell me why I get it and you don't?
Okay, so I asked the question, Why does it cause disease in some and not others? There's several factors. One is genetics. So maybe in your genetics, you're more predisposed to, say, diabetes. Okay.
Okay.
Like that's in your family history, or blood pressure or
Okay.
cardiac issues. Maybe you have that in your family history. And when you have chronic inflammation, it sort of turns that switch on. It's like these conditions are going to get affected more in you. And say I have um, some other diseases, like maybe I have a history of cancer in my family, or I have digestive issues, which I'm sure there's probably a history. And then, so those things will get triggered in me from inflammation.
Okay. So your DNA, your genetics plays a role in it.
Yes, it plays a role, not the whole thing. It's not the whole story. But I think that's why we talk about, if you do preventative care, then those things may not get triggered if you take care. Like you may not develop diabetes, or you may not develop high blood pressure, or maybe you'll prolong it so you'll get it later.
Right later in life, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lifestyle choices, which it's kind of a little bit of an obvious one, but
Hmm.
if you think about when you're young, like teens, early 20s, you don't care. You're like, this is never going to happen to me.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm fine. I don't not that's an old people problem. I'm not old. I'm young and nothing's going to happen. You smoke, you drink, you eat fast food. Maybe you're eating like a whole bag of chips and a whole bag of cookies. I remember those days. I
Yeah,
was not affected by anything. And maybe I was, and I just didn't pay attention because I could fight it off easier
right.
because I'm young. And now my body's like, I'm moving a little slowly. I can't
Mhm.
get to that right now. So some of those lifestyle choices are really impactful and they're cumulative. So you can have something once in a while, but if you have fast food or fried food every day, it's going to take a toll.
Yeah, it's going to cause more inflammation. Really, what it's doing is it's keeping all of those troops there,
Yes.
and maybe they start to go away because it takes a while for them to like leave. So they start to go away, and then you eat fast food again, and then they come right back.
Yes.
And then they start to go away. They're not all the way away, and then they come back. So
Yeah.
really, you're not letting them go away,
You're not
because
giving them a day off.
right, you're giving them, you're keeping them there longer
Yeah.
and longer and longer.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
gosh, I just had a moment.
What?
Okay, so let me. This is okay. So you know how I have another job and I work and I serve at weddings,
Mm-hmm.
and every week I get cake because I love, I love my cake, and I
Yeah.
love good cake, and there's wedding cake is one of the best cakes you can
Best
have.
cakes. Yeah.
I mean, these people spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on their cake, and we're allowed to.
Yes.
So I'm having cake every week, and I'm like,
Okay.
what's one piece of cake gonna hurt me? But I'm having it every week, and then the troops are just going away, and then I'm having it again.
Well, the real problem is this: is it's okay, I think, to have cake once a week, but
Oh,
what kind of cake are you having? Are you having the buttercream that's made with Crisco, or are you having buttercream that's made with real butter? You don't
who
know.
knows? Right?
You don't
Who
ask.
knows?
But if you're having the one that's made with Crisco, it's highly inflammatory. If you're having and that's the one that tastes good,
They're
full
also
of,
probably putting that oil in the cake that's not good.
yes, canola, vegetable,
Yeah,
whatever.
that causes an. Well, we'll get into that, but yeah,
Yeah. So if you're eating cake every week, I don't think it's a big deal. Like if it's made with really good and clean ingredients, if it's clean, if it's butter and,
it's not.
just nice, yummy stuff. But if you use that processed stuff, it's going to really amp up the inflammation.
Oh my gosh, I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not using good quality ingredients because you can't afford them.
No. Well, if you're making it in
Right.
mass, you're not going to buy 10 pounds of butter for your cake. You're going to buy cheaper stuff so you can make more money.
Wow. Anyway, that was my aha moment.
Okay, so, and there's a few more environmental toxins.
Okay, like mold.
For sure, you had mold in your house and you were not
Yeah.
feeling good for a long time.
Right.
Or if you live next to a plant, well, now I don't know how, anymore if there are these plants, but that they have those toxic waste, you know? You see the
Oh,
commercial all the time of, if you were in this place and you suffer these diseases, you may have a right to have money. Like they have a case of people who live next to these plants or these facilities or factories that have waste that goes into the
Yeah.
water.
Wait, when you said plant, I thought you meant like a tree. I'm like, oh my God, I live next door to this
I
tree.
meant like a
Like I was
factory.
racking my brain, like thinking, plant, what is going on? Am I missing something in the news? There's plants killing me? Sorry. Yes, I've seen that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if you live somewhere that you have a risk of either inhaling it or drinking it or consuming it in some way, that's going to be real bad.
I just was talking to somebody who said that recently they were waking up with bloody noses every day. And they just were thinking that it was super dry in the house, but nobody else was getting these. And they actually had sewage back up. And they think the doctors think that that's what it was from.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I just was talking to somebody about it. They actually moved.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a real life example.
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Microbiome imbalance. So if your bad bacteria is more than your healthy bacteria, then
Okay.
it's going to cause inflammation, which we've talked about ad nauseum about how it causes a lot of other problems.
Yeah.
And then the really big one, which I think most people have these days, is chronic stress.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can do anything about that.
Well, we'll talk about that next week, but think
Oh,
about your life. You have, I think, 4 jobs, right?
I know. Yeah, something.
Yeah. And you have very little downtime where you get to just sit and relax. You probably don't have any time where you can just put your feet up and,
And when you do, you feel guilty about it.
yeah.
Yeah,
So there's stress of relaxing and then there's stress of life.
very true.
And my stress is different, but I have time to sit and relax. So the stress is different in us, and maybe it's causing you to be more inflamed than me.
You know what's interesting though? I don't feel stressed.
Or maybe you're not.
But maybe that's what my inflammation is. Maybe I think of stress as like anxiety or
Uh,
tense shoulders or biting my teeth or whatever, you know what I mean? But maybe my stress is coming out as that.
oh my
And I
gosh.
don't like if you asked me if I was stressed, I would be like, no, I think I deal with it all. I don't feel it. I truly
Wow.
don't feel stress.
That's interesting.
Maybe that's inflammation is my stress.
Yeah.
You know, I don't eat horrible. I mean, besides the cake every week that I just admitted to, I
No,
don't
you
eat.
really try. You
I
really
do
do.
not eat processed foods. I truly don't.
Mm-hmm.
And if
I
I
think
eat
you're
ice
doing
cream,
good.
I eat good ice cream. I don't eat crap ice cream. So
Mm-hmm.
it's anyway.
Okay, so I
Anyway.
wanted to talk about the causes a little bit.
Okay.
We have a
Yeah.
few minutes, right? See, I told you this is going to take so long
Yeah.
because there's so much to talk about.
Two-parter. Okay.
Yeah. The causes of inflammation can be low levels of physical activity,
Okay.
which we've both been working on our exercise. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's chronic stress. Having a BMI above 30, especially when excess weight is deep within your belly.
Okay.
Now, I know BMI is a controversial number, but I think it's a metric to measure your health.
Yes.
It's not the only metric, but it's a metric. Imbalance of healthy and unhealthy microbes in your gut. Regularly eating foods that cause inflammation, such as foods high in trans fat or salt. So if you eat out at restaurants a lot, their foods are typically high in sodium, and that can cause inflammation,
Okay.
especially if you don't get enough water. Disrupted sleep and circadian rhythms. I have this.
Mm.
I have this one for sure.
Okay.
Exposure to toxins, including hazardous waste and industrial chemicals,
Okay.
which we mentioned.
Yeah.
Using tobacco products. Now, I don't see anybody smoking anymore, but I think there still are people who smoke or vape or
Vape.
smoke cigars. I mean, I think it all comes in the same category. Any act of smoking, even if it's weed or whatever, it's really, really bad for you.
Right.
And then regularly drinking too much alcohol are
Yeah.
causes for inflammation.
Yep. It's a good reminder to everybody because you think about it as like, oh, well, this is just going to affect this part of my body, but it could affect so many more.
Yeah. Well, and I think we sometimes excuse away the outcome by saying, oh, I only do it once in a while, or oh, I'm only doing it today, or oh, it's not a big deal. I haven't had a problem until now. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe we're not connecting the dots, like my rash on my nose. Maybe we're not connecting the dots to what is actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I don't have time to cook, so I just have to do the best I can. And that's a
Yeah.
legitimate point that you don't have time to cook every day, but maybe we need to find ways to figure that out.
Yeah. If you don't have time to cook every day, you have to figure out something that isn't processed. You have to. Or
Yeah.
fried or a
Yeah.
drive-through. I don't cook every day, and I still have to figure out ways to get food in that is not gonna cause more inflammation in my body. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Right. And
So,
then long term, figuring out what is the cause? Why are we getting inflamed in the first place?
hmm, it's so hard to figure it out though. But I think, and this is, I don't have a statistic, but let me just say 60%, maybe even higher, of us, if we really dig down deep, we know what's causing it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
For sure.
Like,
Yeah.
if you really sit there and you're like, what's causing this? You're like, well, it's probably this, but I don't want to give it up yet.
Yes.
You're
That's
not
the
ready.
resistance.
You're
That's
just not ready. Or you're like, you know what I mean? Like, just not there.
100% I understand. That's related to my call to action, by the way. But yes, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. So, what I was thinking about, this is a long, deeper thought, but I
Okay.
think maybe it's relatable, is I'm at a point in my journey where I'm really resentful. I'm really upset that I have to do so much work to try to get healthy.
Bingo. Yeah.
I'm kind of pissed off, to be
Thank
really
you.
frank.
I'm so glad you said that word because I was going to. Yes.
I'm really angry. If I'm saying that, I'm really upset that
Yes.
it's so much work. I do everything I can every day. I'm eliminating foods, I'm trying new foods, and still I feel like I'm not getting healthier.
Right.
And it's making me upset. And then I had a realization that I'm thinking about it the wrong way.
Okay.
And I think my mindset is what's keeping me held up because I'm not fully leaning into all the things that I'm trying. I'm trying something here and I'm trying something there and I'm trying this and that, but I'm not really committing to anything because I'm so resentful. It's sort of like a loop. I'm resentful, so I'm not doing it, but I am doing it, and then it makes me resentful.
Yeah. So
Do
how
you
are
see
you
what I'm?
the loop?
So what I have to do, I think, this week is really work on my mindset to say I am making changes to become healthier instead of I am taking away things and losing fun in life. So it's a shift of my mindset to I'm trying to do the best that I can so can have a better quality of life, so I can play with my grandchildren when I have them. I can get down on the floor. I can just really do all the things I want to do in life. Maybe climb a mountain one day. Like I have goals that requires a good physical body. And
A
I
shift
have to
in your
I
mindset.
I have to shift it to I'm not depriving myself. I'm healing myself. I'm repairing things in my body and I'm doing the things I can to feel better.
Wow. I think you're right. I think all of us are guilty of that mindset part, and we need to change it.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how this goes for you.
Yeah, because like I'm mad that I have to do food prep and I'm mad that I have to
Yeah.
think about what to eat for every day for dinner and does this fit in my limits and can I eat that and I'm not supposed to eat that and I go out for the weekend then I'm like, "Oh my god, everybody's enjoying and I can't." So I don't want to think about it that way. I want to think about it like I'm not having it because I'm going to feel gross afterwards. I'm going to feel sick. I'm going to feel bloated. And I don't want to feel that way anymore. I want to feel good. I want
Yeah.
to wake up full of energy and ready to do the things I want to do in my day.
Good for
So
you.
I don't know if that made complete sense, but I want to shift my mindset this week. I really want to work on that.
Okay. Wow, I can't wait to hear how this goes. And if it's hard or if it's easy or you know what I mean?
I just need to commit to it every day. I have to tell myself, and I have to break it down like I tell everybody else, break it down into small moments. If I'm
Yeah.
having a piece of fruit or I'm really having a candy. But the fruit is so much yummier. It's going to be better. I have to shift the way I talk to myself,
Yeah.
even if it's a little fake sometimes.
Well, I think that there's a reason that saying fake it till you make it is an
Yeah.
expression. Like that wasn't just invented for no reason. Like there's got to be some truth to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, I like that call to action.
Thank
Mine,
you.
I want to tell you all that I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to eat cake, but that's not the reality. I'm
Right.
weak around it and I love it. But what I want to do is I want to, I guess it's going to be shifting my mindset as well, but it's also going to be really, it goes against everything people always say, like you shouldn't reward yourself with food.
Okay.
I'm going to say, when I eat all my vegetables this week, because I'm really bad on my vegetables, I will have cake on next weekend at the wedding that I'm working.
Okay.
But if I don't have vegetables this week, you guys, I'm not going to have the cake.
Really?
Yes, because I need to like eat healthy food before, like, and I guess it's rewarding myself with food, but I think it's
Who
different.
cares?
I know, right?
Who cares? You
Like, and
own
I
what
feel
you do.
like I will be like eating my broccoli, going, "Oh my God, wait till I eat this cake on Sunday, on Saturday, whatever day it is." Like, oh, this is so good because I'm gonna get my cake this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna look forward to that.
Yes.
I need to eat my vegetables,
It's a reward.
so I'm gonna get my fiber in, and then reward myself with cake. I
You know,
I
I
know.
think this makes total sense to me. Stop saying it's not good. I think it's great.
Well, we've
There's
learned our whole life that you shouldn't reward yourself with food.
no, you should also not put yourself down.
Well, that's true too. Yeah,
That's worse than rewarding yourself with food.
true.
You should eat that cake and say, I ate my veggies and I earned this piece of cake.
I know, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There's a lady that I follow. She does this Sunday binge and she eats like a lot of sweets on that one day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day she's like, every time I watch her, she doesn't do it often, but
Yeah.
she's like, and she's eating it with delirium. I mean, she's just really enjoying. And the
See?
rest of the week she's on plan, she's on program.
Yeah.
And that one day she just lets loose.
I don't eat that whole day. Like yesterday, for example, I didn't eat that all day. I just had cake.
So,
I mean, maybe two different pieces, I had each flavor that they had. But I'm
of
just saying.
course. Of course you should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. I really like
Well,
this
we're
call to
gonna try
action.
it, and if you think I'm nuts for rewarding myself with food, just tell me. I'd like to
No,
be interested. But tell me nicely. Be like, oh, I don't know. I want to hear
I
people's
don't think it's a
opinion.
reward. I think the wording has to change.
Okay, maybe we'll have to come up with a different wording for it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I'll see you next week.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. All the information provided is meant for education and entertainment purposes only. Please consult your physician before making any changes.
If you liked this episode, please give us a 5-star review. Also, share this episode with someone who you think would enjoy it. If you have topics you want us to investigate, please message us. Thanks!